nearly a year of being closed, New York City movie theaters have been given the green light to reopen with limited capacity, social distancing guidelines in place.
So while this is good news for some small independently owned operators, they say the reopening plan does not work in their favor. Joining us now to talk more about this is owner of Cinema Village and Alpine Cinema, Nicolaou. Thanks for being with us, Nick.
Hi.
Okay, so last time we caught up with you, you were working on some damages that occurred in your theater due to the closure. How have things been going since then?
Well, since the announcement that we can reopen, because we've been waiting since we were in phase 4 back in April, so that's 8 months ago. For 8 months, not knowing what's going to happen, what is the decision from our government. Now that we have a decision, our spirits have been lifted up. We've been energized, and we are going full force to reopen a safe movie going for our public.
So, Nick, theaters can reopen 25% capacity, right? A lot of people were saying that was great news, but do you feel like the decision is fair? Do you think that's enough?
The decision is fair because what's fair is to be reopened. Among other businesses that were reopened much, much earlier, and I can definitely tell you that a movie theater is a much safer place than restaurants and gyms and amusement parks and all that, for many reasons.
So do you feel this capacity, though, is going to keep you in business? Because we've heard from other theaters who say, 25% is just not enough to keep the lights on and the employees in the building.
That is true. With 25%, you cannot meet expenses. But for me, it's still a hopeful sign, because if you're open, that means the people who make the decision will know what we know already, that COVID does not trace back to movie theaters.
Yeah.
And movie theaters are much safer. So the 25%, we believe, with some common sense from our decision makers, it will be possibly to 50, where at 50%, movies can survive.
Yeah, but you're a smaller, independently owned station, right? So you don't have the backing of a big corporation behind you. So do you have to raise prices? Like, what were ticket prices before COVID, and what will they be now after COVID? Are you going to have to raise them?
Okay, just so you know, I've been involved in the movie theater since I'm 15 years old, going to junior high school, working in a movie theater. And my aim in life was to provide affordable movie going for New Yorkers. And that's what I've done for the past 40 plus years. So my prices have always been, $7, $8, $9, $10 for first run movies in all these decades, while others have skyrocketed their ticket prices to 20-some dollars. I don't have to worry about my stock going up. All I have to worry about is keeping everybody employed and making a reasonable profit. I'm not a greedy operator, and we don't have big salaries here to what stock market company executives make. So we're going to continue having these prices, like $6 on Wednesdays, $7 for our senior citizens at all times, $10 for the top price. And I think because of COVID, we learned a lot. The movie theater is going to come back safer, better than before, at same prices.
Okay, well, you were featured in a film that takes a close glimpse of your life operating movie theaters in NYC for decades. You've even been able to stay open through a lot of city regulations and also chains taking over. So do you think that your cinemas can survive this?
If you asked me this several months ago, I was very much in doubt. I was almost in a coma, because after being closed for 8, 9 months, we lost all hope. But we don't give up. Here in Brooklyn, we're going to fight, and we were committed to fight, along with 4 or 5 other close associates with me that are working for me. We were committed to fight till the end. And now we're just happy that we can even get recognized to reopen as a safe business. And we definitely going to continue our price policy, because we want people from all economic backgrounds to be able to come to a movie with their families, and don't make movie going in New York something that's eventually you'll have to go to a museum.
Yeah.
It's important to have this American tradition in our neighborhoods.
It is.
If you notice in these past decades, most of our neighborhood theaters have been shut down, and not a single politician has said anything about it. And I'm fighting, and I focus all my energies to maintain these 3 neighborhood theaters I have, because I know the difference it makes to the community, to the senior citizens that come early to come and see a movie, the teenagers, instead of hanging on the corners, that come to see. And most important, we have people from all diversities to come in one place in their neighborhood, enjoy a movie, cry,
absolutely,
laugh together.
It's an escape, for sure.
And that's what brings people together.
Yeah, Nick, we're simply out of time here. I like your New York spirit, though, keeping it going, keeping it strong. Neighborhood theaters are, seriously, I remember going to my neighborhood theater when I was a kid, the lifeline of your neighborhood, right? So good luck to you, and we'll stay in touch, okay? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Take care.